everyone. Today I'll be reviewing this brand new series just dropped on Netflix called Made with Love, and this series it is from Indonesia, and this series centers around this mother and daughter. They're running this very good business, I would say, this restaurant in Bali, and we see they're very successful. Especially the mom, she's this big chef, she has her very unique style of cooking, and she is very famous in this restaurant business. And her daughter Saka, she's also into her mom business. She's also really good at cooking, but she has very different style from her mother, the way run business and her idea of being chef and everything. So when we see show starts with, we see the mom daughter, they have very different style of cooking and how managing people, and the daughter, she see herself, she will be one day running this restaurant by herself with her unique style, she thinks. But this mom, out of nowhere, she hires this chef from she saw online, and his name is Sakas, and he comes to this restaurant with his unique style. Basically, the mom hires him as a head chef in the show, and the daughter, who had this dream to be the lead chef in this restaurant, obviously her dream get crushed, and we see this show goes on from there. So this show has the 8 episode, and each episode is only 30 minutes or so long, so it's very easy watch. So I personally quite enjoyed this series, honestly. When I saw the plot for this show, I was like, whoa, this sounds like really not that interesting, something we have seen it many times. That is what I was thinking, where the actual series is actually very good. The way they written the characters, mom's character and the daughters, even the new chef and all the staff who works in this restaurant, the way they all written, the way all the characters are written in the show, I thought it was quite good. All of them, they all have their personal conflict inside, like what they want to do or what is going on. Obviously working in a restaurant can be hard. Although I did see some people are complaining that the way the show portrayed restaurant, that's now how it will work. Maybe maybe because sometimes the show didn't portray the reality of restaurant, how behind the kitchen might be. Because behind the kitchen, the chefs are always on the go running. Like one person doesn't have time to check everyone's food or something. Or maybe, I don't know. I've never been behind the counter of the kitchen, so I'm personally not familiar, but I did see some people are complaining about that. But beside that, honestly, the show did still bring all the conflict people would feel when you are working in a restaurant, which can be very hard, especially the minute this mom, man, I personally was really heartbroken. Like this daughter, her name is Saka, she's really dreaming to be the head chef of this kitchen. She's been dreaming whole her life. Then the mom announced that she's not the lead chef, someone else is. That moment was really heartbreaking, honestly. As the audience, you feel her pain. So this show, the way it was done, is really gets the audience feels for the characters. So for that point of view, I personally thought the show is very watchable because of the characters you see. Also the food, though. Food, they look so yummy. Most of them, they're cooking this yummy lamb chop and yummy some of this meat. They look really good. Although they're putting this flour in the food and everything. I personally don't like when people put flour looking thing in foods. I feel like you don't eat flour, it's just useless stuff you're putting. I guess people put flour for the looks. So and the show really shows you behind the scene restaurant, making sauce and everything. Especially recently, I just came from Italy, that their sauce so yummy. I was thinking how they make. Everybody has their recipe. Of course, the show halfway through, or sure, I guess that starts with, the mom, she gets really sick. So once this mom, she gets really sick, of course, this daughter, she need to take over the restaurant, and she need to team up with this chef. So those scene I thought done very well. Once again, the center lead actress, she really is good. She's the main reason everybody will enjoyed this show. Also, honestly, this show looked really good. This show has one of those vibe. It looks so good. It's kind of like a feel-good type of show, especially after you were watching the show about chef, which is, if I'm being honest, as I said, beginning of watching this show, the story about chefs are very often very boring. Most of the time chefs are very ignorant and very arrogant. They think they knows everything. Although the mom, the mom was kind of like that, right? In this show, the mom is like, whoa, put more salt, more stuff. Like, hey, make it the sauce again. So uh, I think the mom did showcase that side for the chef. But you know what? The mom was very successful chef. So I think it's understandable why she was demanding everything. But I really wish she would believe in her daughter. But she did start believing her later on. I guess the mom is really strict end of the day. Then again, when I was thinking about, I don't know how much it felt real, because most of the time moms are very protective of their daughters. So they should try to showcase her. She's very strict, which is kind of like does align with how chefs are in real life. Chefs are very picky. That's how they are. That's why I said most of the always movie show about chefs can be boring. But this show really surprised me, honestly. I did like this show. This is one of the show very watchable. It's very well made, very nicely editing, and it's really bring very real like feels about real people you are watching here. So that is what I thought most I liked about this show, the real human drama. Even one chef, he was just like he quit this team and he goes to work like across the street restaurant because he was getting better pay there. So these are real human stuff you're watching. I personally did like overall I thought this show was actually good. I personally really like, and I really think it's worth watching. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this series? Did you like the way all the food looks? If you enjoyed this review, don't watch other reviews on the show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.